Hey guys, MJ Gamer back again with another FIFA 20 video, and yeah, today it is gonna be contracts, which ones are expiring, who can you pick up for free. Okay, so first up is Buffon. Right, his contract is not expiring, but you can actually pick him up for free. He is valued at zero euros. I got it in euros at the moment, so I like to go with the currency of the club that I'm kind of being, and at the moment I'm Real Madrid, so yeah. So there's Buffon, age 41. You can actually still get him to come to your club. He's not retiring. I'll go through the ones that are retiring that you might be able to get. I can't get in my save right now. I'll go through those at the end that you might actually be able to get on your save. But yeah, Milner 33, Lopez 36, used to be a really top striker, played in Italy I think. Gomes 33, French. Guardado, quality midfielder, you know, 32 though now, so he's going down a bit. 81, got a injury trait on him there, so not so good. Piszczek, his pace is down a little bit now, but he used to be one of the top right backs in the game. 34 years old now, 81 rated, not great. But you know, you can pick him up. Bernat, another one, 32, centre mid. Adam, goalkeeper, 32 years old. Quite decent, but 32 years old. Goalkeeper, maybe in your career mode you might want a younger player, but for free, you know, you never know. If you're starting off with a team down the leagues, you might want to pick him up. Paralo from Italy, 34 years old now. He's with Lazio. Pretty decent, but at 34 years old, you know, it's just one of those that you might just want to pick up to, you know, put some depth into your team. Matic, absolutely awful with his sprint speed and everything like that. But again, 30 years old, 81. You might want to pick him up for free, you know, in January. Sahavi, so this is Israeli international. He's pretty decent, centre forward, 31. Yeah, he's got quite a lot of traits there, so you could pick him up. 31 years old, he'd be pretty decent in your team if you're short on that sort of position. Ryan Fraser, now this is pretty decent. This is a good one. It's one of the good ones where they're sort of down in age. They're, you know, 25 years old, going out of contract. You might want to put him in your team if you're short on sort of like left wingers. His height though, 5'4", so I wouldn't expect him to win many headers for you, but he's very quick, very good dribbler. Next one, Daniel De Rossi. He's left Italy now. I think he's on the verge of retiring. I think he just wanted to play on, but they didn't give him a contract, so he's gone out and he plays for Buenos Aires. So yeah, still rated 82, still fairly decent, but 35 years old. He's going to retire soon, obviously. Sandy Cazorla, 34 years old again. A load of good traits there, as you can see, but again, going to be retiring soon. So a lot of these obviously late sort of in their career, so I don't know if you'd want to actually pick them up for your team, but totally up to you. They're all free. So Belegia plays for AC Milan, 33 years old. Again, a bit like Matic, not a lot of pace in that defensive midfield role, but you know, again, it's free. As I keep repeating myself, they're all going to be free with their contracts running down, so they're all kind of worth, you know, going for, I guess. Olivier Giroud, 32 years old, Chelsea. Again, not a lot of pace there, but you know, he can get his head on a few crosses, and you know, maybe you'd want him for your team. Willian, fairly decent, you know, 30 years old. He's going down a little bit in his stats now. 82 sprint speed, but then he's got the 88 acceleration, so he's fairly decent. But I think a few people are still using him on Ultimate Team, but not too many. I think a lot of people have gone for like a little bit of an upgrade now this year. But Corluka used to be a right back, but now he's a centre back. Obviously, yeah, and you're getting up in age. Corluka, not a lot of athleticism to get back and kind of help out like a right back getting up and down the pitch, but you know, so he's moved to centre back now, but again, free, got leadership there and long passer. Kolarov, another one, 33 years old again. Got a few long shot taker, early crosser, so like I said, up to you. Probably going to retire soon. Bonaventura is actually, even though he's 29, is a really solid centre midfield player. I would recommend him because like I've used him a lot in past FIFAs and this FIFA as well, and he's still pretty decent. At 29, you could still probably get a couple of years out of him. So yeah, would recommend going for that guy. Pedro, again, they've really, you know, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 5'7", not the tallest, but yeah, they've really done his pace down and his strength and that kind of thing. So again, totally up to you. 31 years old. 27, Mario Götze, however you want to pronounce it. Decent cam. Again, he's not got the most brilliant sprint speed, but he's got the acceleration there at 75. So you know, he could go into your team at 27 years old. He can still have a few years ahead of him. With still the dynamic, what do they call that now? The dynamic potential that they've brought into FIFA now. So yeah, you can still improve maybe on like how well they play, I guess. I think that is. Yeah, John Matip was actually a free agent a couple of FIFAs ago, I think now. So, and yeah, Liverpool picked him up. 6'4", pretty solid centre back. 27 years old as well, so it might be worth going for him. I think he's quite slow, but again, you know, at 27 you can maybe pick him up and resell him on, get yourself a bit of money. Thomas Meunier, actually reported to be on Manchester United's radar in the summertime, so again, pretty decent player. 27 years old again. Savic, 28, so not obviously, you know, you can get a couple more years out of him. Rafael Guerreiro, however you pronounce his name, Portuguese, really good talent. I did love this guy back in the day on some of the older FIFAs. He was like a kind of wonder kid, I think, on a couple of the older FIFAs. Really good player. 68 pace now, but he's got that 80 acceleration. Not really what I would like for a left mid, but you can play him left back, you can play him centre mid, so you know, he's got a few positions to him. Again, at 25 you might want to put him in your team, you know, for a few years, still get a few years out of him. This is a long name.
Um, should I? I mean, oh my god, Quaglaria. Yeah, that bloke. 36 years old. He is actually quite a veteran in the Serie A. You know, I think he used to play for quite a lot of the big Italian teams back in the day. He was a really good striker. 36 years old, he's still rated 83. He's still like a really high player. 70 acceleration, though, 68 sprint speed. So he's not going to be the most pacey forward, but you know, you can get maybe you can get a bit out of him. Got leadership, finesse shot, and you know, got a few other little things to his game. 32 years old, Garay, plays for Valencia now. In his younger days, he used to play for Real Madrid, but he's been sort of, you know, going around to a lot of different clubs, and obviously he's found a home at Valencia now. 6'2". He's not really the most pacey centre back, as you can see there. 40 acceleration, 45 sprint speed. Not very quick at all. 32, injury prone as well. Maybe not pick him up, but it's up to you. Again, these are all just up to you. These are all just running out of contract. So Ever Benega, 31 years old, quite a solid centre midfielder, can play CDM, normal CM and cam, so you know, he's quite a well-rounded one. Not much sprint speed again, but yeah, still quite a decent one. 31 years old though, so I don't know. Oscar, 27 years old now, plays in the Chinese league. Really kind of ruined his career going there at such a young age still. I mean, I don't know why. I think it was just saw the money signs, you know. I don't know, like such a waste really, like such a talented player. 27 years old, you can still get a bit out of him. He's still rated 83. He might still grow with that dynamic potential, so yeah, I mean, I would get him still if I was building a team. You know, if I hadn't got that many decent players in there and I needed a good cam, maybe I'd look into getting him in the January window for the cheap. Cuadrado, right mid, right wing, 31 years old, definitely one that I would probably look at getting. 31 years old, still got that 90 acceleration and 92 pace, so very, very, very good. Not so good on the strength, but very good player. I would get him in the team, would recommend that. This guy, I haven't really heard of him before, but he's rated 83, plays for Bayer Leverkusen, 30 years old, Chilean. Got a few traits there, dives into tackles, playmaker, and outside of foot shot. So again, 5'7", not the tallest, but I think he'd be quite a decent pickup. 30 years old, maybe might be able to still spin him and get a bit of money for him. Moutinho, 32 years old, and he's now actually gone up to like 84 overall. This is just showing how good Wolves are right now, that he's gone up to that. Sprint speed again, not the most pacey player, but 84 overall. I think it'd be quite a decent pickup for your team. Jose Callejon, Spanish, right mid, right wing. This guy has been quite a good one for the last few FIFAs, to be honest. Like, he's a quite decent, solid right winger that you'd want in your team. But again, 32 years old, there's not too many more years that you're going to get out of him. But again, yeah, like I said, solid player. 32 years old, Matuidi now. But again, I think he's been, the last few FIFAs, he's been on this list for his contract running down for like 12 months, I'm pretty sure, or I'm just playing career mode too much and it just goes to like that last 12 months of his contract, and I notice him, and I'm just like, yeah, alright, I'll pick him up. But I'd still recommend him. 32 years old, 85 rated overall, solid player right there, finesse shot and all that. So yeah, decent player. Not a very good weak foot or skill moves, but still quite a solid player to get. Fernandinho, 34 years old, but he's 87 overall. That's gonna drop, and he's probably gonna be looking at retirement soon. But like 87 overall, I'd still say that's a good pickup, especially just to have him just for like one season maybe in your team. Thiago Silva, again, 87 rated, 34 years old, a really slow centre back at the moment, but he used to be amazing back in the day. But I mean, he's not the slowest still. He's like 64. That's still, I mean, it's not like 40 or 50, but it's still quite decent, you know. Leadership, power header. Maybe you'd want to pick him up, I don't know. Vertonghen, again, you know, so he's got the same sort of around about as that, 65 sprint speed, 87, and he's 32 years old, so he's a couple of years younger than Thiago Silva. So again, you might want to pick him up. Left footer. Dries Mertens, 32 years old now, but an absolute beast of a player. Only 39 strength though, but like he, you know, he's really fast. He's got a good shot on him, very good dribbler. I'd still pick him up at 32 and 87 rated. That's pretty amazing for a 32-year-old to be 87. So I'd still pick that up. Toby. I think I said it right, but you know, we'll go with Toby. 30 years of age. One again that I think Man United was looking at in the summertime, and they didn't end up going in for him. He's still, I think, not signed obviously the contracts and stuff with Tottenham. There's a few players, obviously Vertonghen there and Alderweireld, and there's another one as we'll come to further down, that they're kind of going to lose, it seems. So, but yeah, 30 years old, so a couple of years younger. So yeah, definitely could pick him up. Again, he's one of the slower centre backs, but you know, David Silva, 88 rated, 33 years old now, but again, the sprint speed not so much, but and the strength as well. But he is one of those players, you know. He's got the good passing. He's got all that kind of flair and stuff to him, you know. So they make him 88. They just they take away the speed, they take away the strength and that stuff, but then they put more onto the other attributes and get him up to that 88. So again, you might want him in your team for a year if you need that cam. Cavani, so another one, 32 years old, pretty good player, 88 rated. Pace not so much, but I mean it's not terrible. He's in the 70s there. He's not down to the 60s or 50s yet. But it's up to you what you want to do. I really do. I don't know. It depends on your game style, but I really like the pacey ones, as you can probably tell. And this is what I was talking about before with the Tottenham players. Christian Eriksen going out of contract. As you can see on the thumbnail that I made as well, Christian Eriksen was the top player on that. This guy, I think, is probably the best one on the list that I would probably go for, the best cam. You know, still got good sprint speed. You know, decent player. I would definitely go for him. 27 cams, 5-star weak foot. Yeah, he just ticks all the boxes. Chiellini, I think this is the final one. Chiellini, and basically, yeah, it's he's just a really solid centre back. 89, maybe have him for a year. Still got that 73 pace. Not much stamina, but 73 pace. You know, for a centre back of his age, that's pretty decent. So as I was saying at the beginning of the video, there might be a few older players that in your career mode save you might be able to still get. So the likes of Ricardo Quaresma, as you can see there, you know, retiring at the end, but his contract is expiring in 12 months, so maybe on a different save you might be able to get him. And yeah, another one, Jeremy Mathieu, again, you can see they're retiring end of the season, but his contract is expiring in 12 months. So, you know, this is just how your career mode saves, I guess, and maybe you might be able to pick him up. Okay, so last one, Adoritz, retiring end of the season, contract still expiring. So this one, he's 38 years old, so maybe it might be on a different save, you might be able to pick him up, but 38 years old, you know, I had to throw him in there because it was contract expiring video, but yeah, I don't think you'd be able to pick him up. Maybe I don't know, maybe you'd want to, but I'd just throw him in there, you know. That's it, guys. That is all of the players that you can pick up that have 12 months remaining on their contract. If you've got any more that I've missed though, please do leave them in the comments. And yeah, stay tuned for some more FIFA 20 videos, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.